Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is about why narcissists blow hot and cold. Anyone who's been involved with a narcissist over any period of time will know the hot cold, the push pull, the come here, go away, the I love you, I hate you. And then they do it all over again. So what is that all about? Well, I'm here to tell you, but before I do, just quickly can I remind you, if you like my videos, to like the videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. All right, lovelies. So the push-pull, hot-cold, I love you, I hate you is intermittent reinforcement. It's a couple of things. It's intermittent reinforcement, which is essentially where they don't allow you to get too comfortable. They like to keep you on your toes. They like to keep you guessing. They like to keep you insecure. They like to keep you working for their affection. So they give it to you, then they pull it away. Right? This plays on all of your kind of abandonment issues, anything from childhood, any insecurities that you have. It makes you work harder. So it taps on all this childhood stuff and bonds you essentially to them, out of your fear of losing them. So it's like, I don't know, if you're, as a child, if you were ever left alone and you sat and you panicked, like, where's mum, where's mum, where's mum? Oh God, come back, mum, come back, mum. And when mum finally came back, you're like, oh yes, mummy came back, mummy came back. And the sense of relief that gave you. Well, narcissists rely on that same kind of trauma and bond. So they like to keep you waiting. Sorry. I'll just turn that. I'm not sure if the light's shining on you guys, or if you're all good. So they like to keep you waiting. They like to play with you, your emotions. And they know that, as I said, it creates this trauma bond. But it's also in part because they're moody fuckers, because it's not easy being a nice guy for too long. I mean, that builds up. So the false construct is hard. It's hard pretending to be a nice guy when you're really not. It's hard pretending to love someone when you really don't. It's hard pretending to look interested when you just don't give a shit. So they work really hard to keep this illusion in place, this false construct. So occasionally they're going to have moments where they just can't contain it anymore and they just have to let it rip. And so they give you a good dose of who they really are, and you're shocked. This is when you're experiencing the I love you, I fucking hate you, you whore, or whatever it is that, whatever choice language they use for you. This coming from the person who swore they'd die without you, who loves you, who says that they love you. They'll never love anyone like they love you. You're the only woman for them. You're their soulmate, blah, 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 blah. Right? And then they're saying that kind of stuff. And you're wounded, you're shocked, and you're wounded. And that's exactly how they want you. They don't want you feeling comfortable, secure, safe, empowered, centered and focused. They want you not knowing which way is up, running after them like a mad woman, and, wanting them, begging them, pleading for more. Give me more love. Love me, love me, love me. Let me do things for you. It's just, the whole thing is so freaking toxic. That is all I can say. So toxic. What else? So yeah, as I said, they also, the intermittent reinforcement, the fact they don't like to be a nice person, and they also don't really like us as well. You have to remember that. So, it is hard wanting something from someone, needing something from someone, and then having so little respect for them, seeing so little value in them, and so that in itself makes them run hot and cold. And the fascinating thing when they're running hot is usually the love bombing stage, or, as I said, they do use it throughout the devalue stage, but that's, they're using it with intent. So for example, they can sense when something's shifting, where you're, maybe a bit distant, maybe you're thinking about leaving, like they can sense that. And so they give you a bit of a love bombing again, intentionally to get you back where they want you, right? It's a little bit sinister, but this is just the way they roll. Sorry, one second. Oi, shh. I'm sorry. Where was I? Yeah, look, across the board with the narcissist and the hot and cold, always toxic. It's never, it's never why they're saying it. That's the other thing. So, for example, if they're causing fights with you, it's usually because they've got somewhere else they want to be. You have to remember there is an entire side of this person that you just don't know about. An entire side of them, like a hidden life, a hidden world. Like you don't know what's going on inside their phone, inside their head, after hours when they're not with you. Believe me, there is so much going on you just don't know about when you're asleep, when you're passed out drunk. You think you've just been having a great night, having awesome sex with them, because you've had too much to drink together and you're having this fun old night. He's just waiting for you to pass out so that he can contact the woman that he's, who's been waiting for him all afternoon. I mean, this is what they're like, right? So they have a hidden world. You don't know about it. So when they're creating fights, that's usually because they've got somewhere else to be. Also, one other thing is their lack of object constancy. So when they lack of object constancy and the other one, I've forgotten what it's called off the top of my head. But it's essentially where, they either love you or hate you. It's one or the other. There's no grey with the narcissist. It's like as a little child, when you disappear. So when mummy disappears, mummy is gone for good in your mind. So with the narcissist, it's the same kind of thing. When you're not around, they don't think about you, unless they're madly obsessing. But most of the time, they're just focused on what it is that they're doing, sourcing new supply, whatever. Like they're not really interested in actuality, in what you're actually doing. They might be obsessing about you, they might be obsessing that you're having sex with someone else when you're actually at work, right? But when you come home and want to tell them about your day at work, they're just really not interested because, as I said, because they actually don't have this object constancy and so you don't really exist to them, essentially, and they certainly don't care because in their minds, you're solely here to support and serve and function as a fuel source. You're not an independent person who matters, to them. And all it does when you want to talk about, your life outside of them is makes them angry, makes them feel jealous and insecure and paranoid. So after a while, obviously, most people end up just not talking to them about the things that don't concern them. But anyhow, getting back to the push and pull, hot and cold, I love you, I hate you. Look, narcissists are complicated. And the thing is, there's no figuring them out because even when you do, they just change what they're angry about, what they're thinking about, what they're upset about, and send you on another wild goose chase. So it's better to just cut your losses wherever you are in this situationship. Cut your losses, set yourself free, because the narcissist is never going to set you free. They're always going to keep you there in some way, shape or form, just waiting to be used by them whenever they swing on back around, or whatever, whether you're in a relationship and they're actually just ignoring you half the time and then being nice to you, that's another push and pull, hot, cold, intermittent reinforcement thing, the silent treatment, all of that stuff. It's all just part of the same thing. Intermittent reinforcement, it bonds you to them. They know it. They know that if they gave you the best all of the time, my God, you might actually expect the best all the time, and that's a drain of energy. Whereas if they give you the best occasionally, that makes you keep working to try and get that best back. And believe me, the amount of energy that you will output compared to the amount of energy they will give you, it's way out of whack. You'll be the one doing all the work. All right, lovelies, I hope that helps everyone understand why narcissists push and pull, love and hate. But as I said, to summarize the whole thing, they're just toxic, unhealthy, maladapted, sick, dangerous, disordered individuals. You don't want to be around them. I'm running out of space on my phone, so I'm going to have to go. Thank you for watching, and just quickly, if anyone wants a one-on-one consult, the link will be in the description. The link is also there for my Narc-free challenge. For those of you who want to get Narc-free for life without having to commit murder, that's where you need to go. Check out that link. All right, lovelies, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.